Why, hello!
Hey, how you doing, big guy?
Good. Come on into the Bean-nasium and welcome to my Star Wars collection and
so
sale.
much. Well, what do you guys got for sale here?
I don't know. Let's have a look around. Why not? Come on this way.
I will. Thank you so
all
much.
the stuff here, going back to the 70s. Got some posters.
Wow, I remember this when I was a
figures.
kid. I remember a lot of this stuff from when I was a kid. This is amazing stuff.
Just how long ago was that, man?
That's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Sorry, that was cheesy.
Yeah, it was. But here at the Bean-nasium, cheesy is our #1 priority.
Obviously it is.
One sheet posters, courtesy of Derek Smith. More posters. We got all kinds of crazy stuff in there. Got people calling in.
You guys got some really nice stuff here. Wow.
We're here at VaderPainter's. We strive to have every collectible possible available to our customers.
What is VaderPainter?
What is VaderPainter? VaderPainter is a collector, a costumer, a pirate, and an asshole, all rolled into one.
That's actually very entertaining. I'm glad to hear that.
The small pirate section there. Oh, we got props in here. Let's go this way, though.
Let's go take a look at some of your props.
Let's go look at the prop.
I'd like to see what VaderPainter is all about.
This is the prop of a fanboy. We brought in from down the road.
We recasted him.
There's another recast of another fanboy. Here's all of our props here. A lot of the stuff belongs to Carl Cunningham, Irish Jedi X, and the rest of it is mine, and some pieces of it are Derek's as well.
Do you make all of this stuff?
Most of this is made. Some of it is helmets that we purchased.
Right.
These are costumes that we built, sideshow pieces, and other great, awesome stuff would go great in anybody's collection, or anybody who's a costumer just needs that thing that nobody else has. We probably got it here. A lot of our statues, sideshow collectible pieces, and then of course you've got the progression of Vader helmets, all the way up to the final master replica piece there.
That is a very nice collection right there.
More stuff here. We've moved a lot of stuff out of crazy areas and down into the living area here.
How long have you been collecting this stuff?
It goes all the way back to 1977 when the original movie came out. Oh, look, that's people stealing furniture from me.
Well, that's typical.
Welcome to the video.
I know that guy. He works for me.
He's always like running with things, and out they go. That's not Star Wars, though. That's because it's free.
So, you've been collecting for over 30 years.
Over 30 years, yes. I'm a big child at heart.
Okay, so it begs a question. Besides the fact that you're a big child at heart, but what is this pretty much value of something like all this? I mean, what is the kind of time? Besides the time factor, I realize that
the money involved, money invested versus money worth.
Money worth, right? Yeah, that kind of. I mean,
let's just say I have a separate rider on it at the house.
That's what I kind of figured. Okay.
And a security system here that's on 24 hours.
And we're all
packing heat. So don't get any ideas, fanboys. And no, we're not leaving. The place will be guarded by a 24-hour police officer while I'm at Dragon Con. So don't get any funny ideas there. Yes.
Where did you collect most of this stuff from?
Well, when I was a kid, a lot of the stuff was purchased at JCPenney's and Treasury Drug. And then nowadays, as anybody knows, most of the stuff is purchased over the internet. And there's very different collection agencies and collection stuff.
Well, it looks like you got a lot of signed stuff too. So I'm assuming you spend a lot of time going to places where everyone gets their stuff.
A lot of conventions, a lot of like, hey, I really love your work in this particular movie. I sure would like to have your autograph.
Right.
Or writing to people helps out a lot too. I wrote to a lot. That's how I ended up with Harrison Ford's autographs, actually writing to him.
Gotcha. Yeah, because he is one of the ones that's more difficult to sign any Star Wars stuff.
You don't really meet him sitting at a table at Dragon Con.
Gotcha.
Exactly. One of those things. And then we're going to venture back into the room of awesomeness. This is where all the collectibles stacked to the ceiling. It's the tallest room in the house, so naturally.
I'm going to ask the dumb question. How many different characters do you know that you have comparison to what is out there? Is the collection pretty full, or is it something,
It was a lot bigger. About a year ago, it ran all the way up to the top there as far as action figures went, and I decided to cut out every obscure little figure that some guy appeared in the movie for 10 seconds, I got rid of all that.
Understandable.
And I kept all the main characters in all their various different forms, from the first, you know, the Power of the Force, all the way to the last stuff that's just came out recently with the original trilogy collection or whatever. Vehicles, battle pack sets, open stuff that I thought was cool to open. And my original stuff up there, which is the original stuff from the 70s, that I purchased most of that stuff at like
the large figurines that they used to, like the G.I. Joe figures and so on and so forth that they started out.
Right.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Vehicles, and yeah, this is just like this room case sealed off from the rest of the house because it's too hard to dust it.
So here's the big question. How tough is it not to play with these things?
Oh man, you catch me running around the house with an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter in my underwear most every Saturday morning. It's like, oh, hi, come on in. Yes, they stay in the ready to fly mode. In fact, here's one of my favorite pieces right here, in ready to fly mode.
In ready to fly mode.
Yeah, there he is doing the attack on the Death Star, and you kick him in and turn him on, and
it still lights up. And
it still lights up. I keep the batteries fresh.
Man, I'll tell you.
There's assault runs on the girls that come over and want to hang out. Hey, baby, come on.
I have to say that this, from my perspective of stuff, because growing up with Star Wars and going to the premiere with my parents, that when I first got to it, they had an R2-D2 there in Miami. And being that it was one of those nice little hotbeds, it was one of those things where it's like, wow, this made a big impression. I mean, my God, 6 years old, you know, that it was one of those things. So, yeah, I can definitely appreciate this. I mean, I remember all the Star Wars, you know, drapes and bed sheets and, you know, comforters, and I think I played my LP till it was gone, you know, basically.
Wore
the grooves right off.
Yep. I had 2 or 3 albums. I kept them in rotation.
I did.
And when Empire came out,
and then
I was at the theater. I was dressed as
It's pretty
Darth
bad
Vader.
when you start memorizing stuff and you can still recite, you know, the whole movie, and you know, even 30 years later, it's one of those.
Yep.
I have to say this is quite impressive and takes me back to my childhood. There's no doubt about it. It's a very impressive collection.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for your time. I do appreciate it. We're the pirate logos.
We're
and of course,
Team Rangers and pirates.
The captain loves his his crew.
Captain left to screw?
No, his crew. That would be the screw room.
Crew.
The screw room.
The screw room. That's down the hallway. It's in red.
That is down the hallway. Man down.